fell for and thought, what was I thinking? At the time, they felt perfect, magnetic, different, special. But now, you can clearly see the red flags, the excuses, the emotional chaos. And the scariest part is this: it wasn't the first time. So why does this keep happening? Why do smart, emotionally aware people still fall for the wrong ones? The answer isn't bad luck, it isn't weakness, and it definitely isn't love. It's psychology. Let's start with an uncomfortable truth. You don't fall for people randomly. You fall for what feels familiar. Your brain is not designed to choose what's healthy. It's designed to choose what it recognizes. If chaos felt normal growing up, calm will feel boring. If you had to earn love, effortless love will feel suspicious. That's not romance. That's conditioning. Many of us confuse intensity with connection. Think about it. The wrong people usually don't enter your life quietly. They crash into it. They text fast, then disappear. They give affection, then pull it away. They make you feel chosen one day and invisible the next. Your nervous system stays activated. Your heart stays alert. Your mind stays busy. And your brain mistakes that emotional roller coaster for passion. But real connection is calm. And calm feels unfamiliar to a brain raised on emotional noise. That's why healthy people often feel boring at first. Not because they are boring, but because they don't trigger your anxiety. Another reason we fall for the wrong people is potential. You don't fall in love with who they are. You fall in love with who they could be. You see the version of them that only comes out sometimes. The sweet moments. The deep conversations at 2 a.m. The apologies that sound convincing. And your brain fills in the gaps. You tell yourself, they're just hurt. They've been through a lot. They'll change once they feel safe. So now you're not in a relationship. You're in a rehabilitation program. You're dating their future, not their present. And the problem with potential is simple. It doesn't exist. You can't build a relationship on a maybe. Another trap is validation hunger. When the wrong person chooses you, it hits differently because they don't choose everyone. They're emotionally unavailable, detached, hard to impress. So when you get their attention, your ego lights up. You don't think, is this healthy? You think, I must be special. And now you're emotionally invested, not because of love, but because being chosen by someone unavailable feels like proof of worth. You're not in love with them. You're in love with the feeling of being finally enough. That's why losing them hurts so much. It doesn't feel like losing a person. It feels like losing validation. Let's talk about attachment styles, because this explains a lot. If you're anxiously attached, you're drawn to avoidant people. Why? Because their distance activates your desire. Their silence makes you chase. Their inconsistency keeps you hooked. You don't feel secure, you feel alert. And your brain mistakes alertness for attraction. On the other side, avoidant people are drawn to people who want them more than they want back, because control feels safe. Two wounds dancing together, calling it chemistry. Another reason we fall for the wrong people is hope mixed with ego. You think, if I love them better, they'll change. If I'm patient, they'll open up. If I stay, it will all make sense. But love is not a performance review. You don't earn healthy behavior by tolerating unhealthy behavior. Staying doesn't make someone better. It just teaches them what you'll accept. Now let's talk about the biggest lie we believe. The heart wants what it wants. Sounds romantic, but psychologically, it's nonsense. Your heart is influenced by your past, your wounds, and your unmet needs. If you've never experienced consistent love, inconsistency feels exciting. If you were emotionally neglected, emotionally unavailable people feel familiar. You're not broken. You're repeating patterns, and patterns feel safe, even when they hurt. So how do you stop falling for the wrong people? You don't start with dating advice. You start with self-awareness. You ask yourself uncomfortable questions like, why does calm feel boring to me? Why do I chase people who pull away? Why do I confuse intensity with intimacy? Healing doesn't make love dramatic. It makes love steady. When you heal, attraction changes. You stop craving emotional chaos. You stop romanticizing potential. You stop needing to prove your worth. And suddenly, the people you used to fall for no longer excite you, because peace feels better than anxiety. Here's the most important thing to understand. The wrong people don't enter your life to hurt you. They enter to reveal something unhealed. Once the lesson is learned, the attraction fades. So if you keep falling for the wrong people, don't shame yourself. Ask yourself what your heart is still trying to fix. Because when you finally choose yourself, the right people don't feel intense. They feel safe. They feel consistent. They feel calm. And that's when love finally stops hurting.